Georgia Smith is here today and she's come with the new single Try Me. It's done really, really well for her, but then she's hugely popular. She is, of course, the English starlet of the music industry. She's hugely, hugely popular. You cannot believe in England. And I thought, got to feature at some stage. That was last year. This year, I'm doing it. So with Try Me, I am trying you, Georgia Smith, and I'm looking forward to looking at this video. There's a lot on the song itself, but it's a bio channel, so we'll just run through a little bit of bio about her. She was born Georgia Alice Smith, English singer songwriter, born and raised in Walsall, West Midlands. She's been writing songs since the age of 11. In 2012, her friend uploaded her cover of Labyrinth's Earthquake to YouTube, which led to her discovery by record producer Guy Moot. Well done, Guy. And after her first two singles received broader recognition, she signed with Sony ATV in 2016, releasing two EPs throughout 16 and 17. Now, her debut studio album, Lost and Found, was released in 2018 to critical acclaim, peaked at number 3 in the UK album charts. The same year, Smith won the Brits Critics' Choice Award. In 2019, she was named Best British Female Artist at the Brit Awards and was also nominated for the Grammy Award for Best New Artist. Her third EP, Be Right Back, was released in May 21 and it received favourable reviews. Now, the songstress Georgia Smith released this new track, Try Me, with an accompanying music video, which we're about to see. And as I said, it was a few years since that EP, Be Right Back, and 5 years since that debut EP, Lost and Found. So, filled with steady drums, this video has a jazzy bass line, ringing bells, and the new track fosters a sense of confidence and power. Go ahead, try me, 'cause I'm safe behind these walls, it says in the verse. Think you can take me through the fog where I'm no challenge, childish, yeah. You can try me, sings Smith in the first verse that we're about to hear. According to a statement from Smith, the song is about putting yourself out there in front of a world that has many options and is only ever used to be really me, being my own critic. She continued, this is the first time I'm putting stuff out there that I can connect with right now. And also when it comes to the song itself, she's done collaborations with Joy Orbison and a couple of remixes. And in a lot of ways, it's a song about two halves that we're about to hear. It opens with a driving, percussive section that feels commanding, and a decisive, before giving away too much, delicate, cello-driven section before abruptly ending altogether. I'm intrigued. That duality reflects the changes she's seen in herself in the years since the debut Lost and Found brought her so much success. During those intervening years, she explains, it's made her feel both hugely successful and also at the mercy of something totally out of control. As she continues to say, I like this world that I've come into, she said in a statement released along with the song, and I'm still figuring things out. Not fighting, sorry. Always figuring things out, she continues. This is the first time, as I've said, I'm putting stuff out there and I can connect with right now. What the year ahead lies for Georgia remains to be seen, but later in the statement she writes, Be Right Back did exactly what I wanted it to do. It was a little waiting room so people knew I was coming back. So make of that what you will, everybody. Now, the visuals for Try Me above and this song is sure to landmark her for 2023. That is, she is back, right where she belongs, in your hearts and mine. Let's take a listen. Let's enjoy Georgia Smith's return with Try Me, and I'm going to throughout 2023 for sure. And then I'll do the lyrics straight after this song as always.
Go ahead, trap me, 'cause I'm safe behind these walls. Think you can take me through the fall, girl, I'm no childish. Childish, yeah, you can try me. I change. There's only been one thing that I change. Nothing is ever enough. I don't have to tell you what I changed. No, no. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you what I changed. There's only been one thing that has changed. Nothing is ever enough. I don't have to tell you what I changed. No, no. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you that way. I think too fast at times. I try to keep it out, but it don't work. Even though I try to forget that. Even though I try to forget that. I know that it's hard to ignore it. I know that it's hardest to blame me. Go ahead, chat me. I change. There's only been one thing that I change. Nothing is ever enough. I don't have to tell you what I changed. No, no. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you what I changed. Only been one thing that I changed. Change. Nothing is ever enough. I don't have to tell you what I changed. No, no. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you that. Hoping I've learned. Take back your word. My heart, but I've whole life. I know myself. I know I wasn't the only one that has been through what I had. Can you wait for the second to please somebody else other than your needs? You got a lot left on these seas. Your heart's not on your sleeve. Try to believe me though. Gotta listen, gotta learn, gotta live, gotta fight, gotta earn, and your mind's made up. I say your mind's made up. Gotta live, gotta learn.
Oh, I didn't expect it to finish so, but then it did say in the research, and I read it out, it would stop abruptly, but I didn't think it would stop that abruptly. Because I'm safe behind these walls. Think you can take me through the fog where I'm no challenge. Childish, childish. Yeah, you can try me. I've changed. There's only been one thing I've changed. Nothing is ever enough. I don't have to tell you what I've changed, because I couldn't tell you that. I've changed. So really, I think, she's taken a few years off. She's a self-proclaimed artist in many ways, where she realizes, I've got all this adulation, I've got all this success. I was nothing. Think about it, she was nothing till her friend posted that video on YouTube. What a friend. And picked up by Guy, everything snowballed. And then it really was quality time, wasn't it? Where she needed a couple of years, the last intervening years, not COVID. It was nothing to do that. She needed quality time to grow in her space, to grow in this new world that's succumbed her. It's also like a metamorphosis that's taken place within her soul, her mind. And for somebody to fit in, where she's trying mentally to fit into this new existence, she accepts it. It's what she's worked for since the age of 12. It's still a shock to the system. It's still a shock to find me time. And you might say, well, we had COVID recently. Forget COVID. When you're looking for mental me time to adapt to the whole new environment that's succumbed you with success, you almost feel, is there any room for anybody, anything, any love in my life? You do question that. and you do feel, am I becoming selfish? So you take a few years off, you see if things happen romantically, you have free time because you've got a lot of success behind you to enjoy that free time. But still, it's about trying me. Come, you know, don't be afraid to come forward. Try me because I don't know where I am, but maybe we can find mutual ground here. Because I think what Georgia Smith is trying to say is, I've got all of this, and I just need to know, can I fit love into it and another person and share a life and do all the things that one would expect when you develop a relationship. I think she's at the crux situation romantically. And she says, I don't have to tell you I've changed because I couldn't tell you that, she says in the lyrics. She can't, she doesn't know what, you know, us on the outside looking in, if you know her well, what kind of person she's become, because she's still figuring that out, in other words. So she continues, you know, I couldn't tell you that. I think too fast at times. I try to keep it out, but it don't work even though I try to forget that. Even though I try to forget that, I know that it's hard to ignore it. I know that it's harder to play me. Go ahead, try me. I've changed. So she's come to the realization that I've achieved a lot in my life. I've worked damn hard. I've now got what I want. I've had the couple of years off. I've enjoyed writing. The fans are wanting me back. I know I've got a great fan base, but I have changed because she's become empowered with success. She's become her own woman with success. She knows the direction she wants to go with her success. And she likes to delay singles and EPs. Think about it, 2017-18 was it? And we're into 23 and she's left it a couple of years. She can weed this the way she wants, but can she weave a relationship, new friendships with other people around her into that existence, as she's like a snake slithering, weaving, trying to go from side to side to find where she is at the moment? That's a tough one. That's a tough one, because when somebody's up there so successful and you're coming along and you're here, does that person have the confidence to feel to be part of your life, Georgia? That's what I would be asking. If I was pursuing you, I'd be saying, well, you're so successful, what can I offer you? But you'd be like, offer me yourself. And like the guy in the video going around, you'll go through many hoops to prove to me, because I want a person on board who can accept this success, come with me, and together we find our own success. I've changed, but just try me. So she continues, only being one thing that has changed, nothing is ever enough. And it's true, when you get success, you want more. When you have a taste of a different life, you want to experience even more opportunities, more different things. There's a continuous need. It's like a drug feeding you. Take back your word. Might hurt, but I won't hide. I know myself. I know I wasn't the only one that has been through what I have today. Can you wait for this second to please? So in other words, you know, you see in the video them coming together physically, and then it's like a Spartan situation, isn't it? Think of the film Gladiators, and she's the big gladiator, and the other person is the, well, weaker warrior trying to bring her down. She's empowered now. She's a warrior of her own destiny, her own future. And that even has to be, clinically as it might sound, as regards to her love life and the person that she chooses, that has to be a clinical business almost like approach, where she feels, I don't know, is it me they want? Try me, let's work it out, let's see. But I know myself, because she does now. That empowerment has made her, that success and that few years away has made her think, I know what I want now. So she's just waiting. She's not chasing it, she's waiting. And a lot of people chase it, love and a person in their lives, because they want that loneliness filled. But she's got everything. She's not lonely, but there's a need physically and mentally to have that physical. So that's the stage she's at. So it says, can you wait for this second? And can that person wait for their moment to be in their lives? Can they be long distance until a time where she feels, now we can come together as one? Can they? Can they be as patient as she was for her success? Who knows? Because she says you've got a lot left on these shells, but your heart's not on your sleeve. Try to believe me though. In other words, she is saying to that person, because there obviously is somebody around. You're a friend, you're in my life, we've had our nights together, this is the stage I'm at. You wear your heart in your sleeve because you speak your mind. In other words, that person speaks their mind. Look, blah, blah, blah. Where she's probably more cautious, more quieter, but she has and which is great, two opposites attract. She has the other person more black and white. And in the end, she says, got to learn, got to live, got to fight, got to earn. And your mind's made up of me. I say your mind's made up of me. Got to live, got to learn. In other words, they've probably said she's successful. I'm never going to be enough. So they're prejudging themselves. And she says you've got to learn from this. I don't prejudge people. I just am what I am now. And she said, you've got to learn. You've got to learn about your own insecurities, your own ways. And when you're ready, you've got to learn to jump and come and, show me that you want me. It's not for me to chase you anymore. So that's my, when it comes to Try Me, my reaction to the lyrics. Georgia Smith, welcome on board. I'm glad I tried you. I'm going to be trying you a lot more in 2023. Take care for now.